Hi,
I'm Ms. Villa,
Mr. O.
and we're here to show you how acid and bases work.
So in the video that you just watched, in the instructional video, you should have learned about acids and bases, and we have this pH paper. Now from the video, you should remember that pH paper turns red in the presence of an acid, and it turns blue in the presence of a base. So we're going to look at different products, different household products that are pretty common to see if they're acidic or basic. All right, so let's start off with something simple. Okay. So here we have sparkling water. Okay. So it's basically what people drink instead of water, because water is flat. And people want some fizz.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take pH paper, so this pH paper, and we're gonna dip it in there and see if it's acidic or base. Now remember, in the video, you can use this pH paper to see if it's acidic or base. Now 1 through 6 would be acidic, and then 8 through 12 is a base, and the 7 usually means that it's neutral. So I'm gonna dip this pH paper in. And then we're going to compare it to the color. Now, if you look, this looks more like a 6 or a 5. So this pH is a 5 or a 6. Now, in your lab, you're going to record whether this is acidic or basic.
Let's use another pipette.
So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use our pH paper and dip it in.
So make sure to dip it, when you work with pH paper, make sure to dip it in pretty deeply and keep it soaked. That way you can get an accurate measure.
And then when you check it against the numbers, whoops. Sorry guys, we're gonna have to do that again because I contaminated our pH paper. Let's use this with the buttons.
So let's put that right there. All right, so again, you can see the numbers here. Flip this. So what is that closest to? It's probably about a 5 or a 6. Okay, so orange juice. Is orange juice acidic or basic? So record that in your lab notebook. All right, so let's try Coke. So we have another popular drink this time, soda.
It's down to fizzing.
That takes care of the soda.
So our pH paper. And you can see the color change.
And so let's look at the numbers here. So you can see that the number is closer to 3 or even a 2. Okay, so is Coca-Cola acidic or basic? And if it's acidic or basic, is it more acidic or more basic, less acidic, less basic than orange juice? So let's try something we use every day, even if you're not a fan of soft drinks. We are going to do soap water. So we mix some hand soap water here.
So we're gonna check with our pH paper.
All right, so it's yellowish. Oh, it's turning. So it's maybe like a pH of 6 to 7. It's lighter than 6, so maybe about 7. And it's turning green at the edges, so it might be even an 8. So pretty close to 7. Okay, so is it acidic or basic? Let's say that that's 7. is that acidic or basic? All right, so next we have bleach.
So now we're going to check with their pH paper. And you can immediately see the color change. I'm going to dip it in. I'm going to dip in another one so you can see.
The other side. Try the other side. Yep. So again, it's turning more bluish. So maybe like a 9 or even a 10 there. It's already drying out, so it's weakening. And this time we're going to try vinegar.
Vinegar smells bad, you guys. But vinegar, if you haven't done it, it's really good at cleaning bathroom windows or like bathroom shower walls.
All right, so here's vinegar, but it's also food.
Yes, it is also food.
So the scientific name for vinegar is acetic acid. So we should predict that it should turn what color? Red or blue?
If it's acetic acid. So we're gonna do pH paper check. And you can see the color change through the test tube. And we are going to compare it.
So probably not a 1, but maybe a 2 or a 3 there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So again, acetic acid. And then the last one, okay, so you'll notice that Ms. Via and I have, these gloves and lab coat and goggles on, and most of the stuff that we've been using are safe. But now what we're going to use here is something called sulfuric acid. It'll burn a nice little hole through your skin if you get it on you. So if you're doing labs in real life, make sure you wear protective equipment.
Yes, Ms. Via burned herself. I don't know if you guys can see, but I burned myself right here, my first year teaching, because she was not safe. Ms. Via was not safe during lab.
Okay, so sulfuric acid, really dangerous. It's at a concentration that's also pretty dangerous. So immediately you can see that color change.
It's a nice pink magenta color.
So if we look at this color here, you can see again the pH is 1 or maybe even less than 1. It's just really, really bright on the red side. So that's the end of this section.
Till next time, guys.
Till next time, guys.